Man, listen, see, you got a whole lot of knowledge. It's a lot of people right now trying to, like you say, solo entrepreneurs. They don't know about Go High Level. They don't know about webinars. So you teach all these people this and help them get their back end right.
Absolutely.
Man, I see so many people. It's like you only got so much time in the day. If you don't have a team, if you don't have systems, but it's hard to figure that out if you've never done it.
100%.
So to come to you and be able to get all that put in place would just take somebody to the moon.
Absolutely.
Man.
100%.
So we gonna say, let's just say I come to you, right? You know, I got a business, right? You know, I want to get some funding. What's the first step? I just got to get my credit clean. You got to build my profile.
Yep. First step I'm going to tell you is I need that profile, right? I need 10 primary accounts, anything in your name. I need no derogatories, no late payments, 100% on-time payments. Next thing I need you to do is I need your utilization to be under 20%. Yeah. Preferably between 2 and 9%, right? If you got high utilization, I'm going to give y'all a play. What y'all can do is you can check out something called alternative lending, right? So you can go to a place like Avant. You can check out a place like Upstart. What they'll do is they'll allow you to get a debt consolidation loan or a personal loan. We can take that, pay our personal credit cards down, and now that our utilization is down, we're in the game.
What's the interest rate on those?
Great question. It depends on your credit. So the worse your credit is, the higher the interest will be. But what I want people to realize is, because when you think of interest rates, we automatically think negative, right? And in the ideal world, of course, we would take less interest. But we have to get in position, because the next step after we get our credit card utilization down is we can go get 0% interest business funding. Then with that, we can pay off the personal loan, which now cleans all our personal debt. Man,
you really just said some stuff. Like I do coaching. Most people credit is messed up. Their utilization is high. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. So you saying they can go get a loan, pay their utilization down, and then they'll be able to get the funding and stuff. Man, I've never heard anybody say something like that. I got a whole bunch of people in mind that I'm going to text after this and tell them exactly what you told them. So they get that loan, they pay down their credit cards, and then they could get with you?
Yeah, then they could get with me on the business side, absolutely. And what we'll do is we'll start with some 0% interest business credit cards if they're newer in business, right? Because the difference is this. If someone's new, if it's a Goldie coming to me, you're not as concerned maybe about interest because you know how to make money. If it's a person who's at 0 to 1, it's important for me to put them in the best position. My saying is fund responsibly, right? Because if I go get you a card with 25% interest, you're going to drown before we start swimming, right? So you got to make sure you put them in the best position to win.
So how much is that loan? Say somebody got like $30,000 in credit card utilization. Can they get that much money in that loan to pay those down?
Yes, absolutely. So when you check out those alternative lenders, they're going to have different amounts and it's going to have different interest rates. We've helped people even with 70% utilization still go out and get approved $50,000-$60,000 in a personal or debt consolidation loan.
Wow, that's big. That's major, because I feel like that's most people's situation. They got credit cards with too high of a limit, and, and so they realize they feel like they shouldn't even do anything. So would you say if they got high utilization, you recommend that rather than them just charging that off and trying to get it off their credit later?
Absolutely. I would recommend either that, or the second option is we can add a trade line, right? So they can go check out Trade Line Supply. What a trade line is, I want to make sure that y'all don't understand. Don't go add a trade line if you still have negatives or you still have lates. The reason why is because they charge you every 60 days, right? So a trade line stays on for 60 days. So if you still have a late, a negative,
it's not going to make a difference.
It's not going to make a difference. If you're clean, everything else is in position, and the last thing you have is high utilization, that's the time where we can add a trade line, because that's going to open up that utilization and now put us in a better position.
Okay, so, but even if they have that loan, they got a loan to pay their utilization down, that's not going to mess up their credit profile?
No, absolutely not. No. Because when it comes to that credit card utilization, it's specifically on credit cards, not overall debt. Now, what I do tell people is, before we go get funny, don't go get a new house or don't go get a new auto loan for $50,000, $60,000, because yes, your debt to income ratio can be slightly affected with that. But if we're taking a personal loan, somewhere between $1,000 and $30,000, that's not going to really affect us, or especially not as much as it is for us, important as it is for us to get that credit card utilization down.
Man, okay. Man, you talking some shit right now.
Yes, sir.